Last thing we're going to cover today. When we're looking at upsells and bundles for scaling our business, is market research. The honest truth is, we might not have any good idea how to vertically integrate our business or what our customers want. We might have a lot of really good ideas, which means we're running into the other problem of offer confusion and massive cost, because then we have to test a million different things. And if you know me, you know that I think the idea of running a bunch of tests and running a bunch of campaigns and trying to sell a bunch of products is a really, really bad idea. So how do we do market research so that we can understand what our customers actually want? Here are the three biggest things that I do. Understand what that is. Number one is just flat out looking at my numbers. Now, the easiest way of understanding this, we've talked about finding a hero product. What is the product that when people buy it, they're most likely to buy a second time, right? We look at people that bought more than once. Of those people, what was the most common first product sold? Super easy. What was the most common second product sold? Can we put those together? Again, maybe when somebody bought this pen, they immediately went back and bought paper. Why don't we sell it together? Now, sometimes these bundles make complete sense. Sometimes they're completely ridiculous. And that's okay. We need to understand where we are contextually relevant and where our customers are at with their behavior with our business. But the first easiest way of figuring out a bundle is just like I said. What is the most commonly sold product of folks that buy more than once, where that's their first purchase? Now, create a bundle, potentially an upsell to scale our business. What's the most commonly sold second product in those people's customer journeys? That's going to tell you everything. That right there, number one bundle, you can probably start prospecting with that bundle. And if people don't like it, they can bounce around your site and just buy the regular one-off things at full price instead of maybe discounting the bundle by 10. Now, yes, I said discounting. If I don't have to pay to get the transaction more than once, I could instead say the $5 or $10 I'm knocking off the price is my acquisition cost of 2 conversions. And if I'm doing that, I'm improving the AOV of my first purchase, my average customer. And because I'm making the lowest quality customer, person only buys once, because I'm getting more revenue out of that person, my average LTV across my entire business goes up. Also, the more products people buy from you, the more likely they are to come back and buy again. So my second purchase rate goes up, because more people that take that bundle are likely to buy one of those products again or something else that's vertically integrated in my business. So now instead of selling this pen and then hopefully selling some paper, selling this pen and paper, and then if they buy anything else from me again, pen, paper, and Ginsu knives, maybe they go out and buy another one. Maybe there's 20 other things that Ginsu makes that now they're interested because they like the brand. Maybe now you're buying the New Balance sneakers because you bought the pants, the joggers, or some socks, and now you're just interested. Because again, you're emotionally and psychologically attached to the brand in a way that buying the one product does far less. Now we have a very good relationship, and I'm developing LTV. I can buy against that LTV instead of the AOV of the first purchase. So I'm able to massively scale my business because I can effectively spend against future revenue. And again, you're like, well, I don't have the cash flow to spend against future revenue. If you're getting additional purchases every single day, you're getting those LTV journeys to mature. More and more percentage, a higher percentage of your revenue on a daily basis is coming in on transactions you didn't have to pay for. You can just use that revenue. Lose 50% of that revenue on your break even. So if you were to make $5,000 today and otherwise you would have made 20, you can lose $2,500 on Facebook with your advertising today or this month or this year. You can lose that money at the first transaction. because you already made 5 grand. So there's a cushion. You have to start to understand the unit economics here. But that's how we really begin to scale, because that allows us to have access to greater volume because we don't need to be as efficient. And then we can basically give ourselves a new allowable CPA, which means that when we raise budget, we are likely to see a higher bid. So we're going to probably lose a little bit of efficiency. But because we're getting higher volume, the machine's going to get smarter faster. We can do more creative testing. We can maybe improve that CPA and our estimated action rate or advertiser score. All the numbers start to go up. I've done this repeatedly, and I've 5x or 10x businesses that were already doing 6 or 7 figures into the high 7s, mid 8s range in less than a year. And I've done that 4 times in the last 5 years. This stuff works. The other 2 things for market research. Number 1, Amazon. When somebody buys, if you were to go to your competitor, even your own product list on Amazon, and you were to say people to buy this likely buy these other 2 things, right? They give you that sort of that bundle, right? Like this plus this plus this. Now they're not discounting that bundle. They're just making it easy for you. But that's also really telling. What do people buy together? Can I produce that product? Do I have that suite of products? What's the type of customer that's buying that suite of products versus just what I'm selling? How can I more align my offer construction to match that customer need? Amazon is incredibly smart, and based off of their millions and millions of transactions, if my product is the hero product in this bundle, what are the other products being upsold? And how do I incorporate that into my vertical integration? So that I have an upsell strategy built around market research. That's a tremendously powerful exchange that I highly, highly, highly recommend you invest your time and money into. The last thing for market research that I enjoy doing, or that I do myself when looking for this, is very simple. I'll poll the audience. I can't tell you how many times making a social media post that says, hey, vote on the next product, where you do renders of the next few things that you want people to buy. Or you send out an email and you ask people to vote on it. Maybe this isn't step 1. Maybe it's the validation of an idea. Maybe you've come up with 3 or 4 ideas, and it's the deciding factor based on the information we get from this poll, what people are going to actually want to take action on. But you'd be surprised when you go to your customers and say, hey, thank you so much. I know that you guys love us. You're engaging and loyal. Thank you. What else would you like to see? You'd be surprised how honest and how valuable the feedback that you're going to get is. When was the last time you actually got on customer service calls with your clients and said, what can we give you that would make this more valuable for you? What products are you looking for? And for people that are unhappy, what was your expectation? Where else did you go? What are the products that you buy? Basically, what are my competitors doing better than me? What does their offer look like? I generally do that way before I ever go to my competitors' pages and see what they have going on, because I have no idea about their financial back end. I have no idea about the success or failure rate of any of these offers. I have no idea about the PSM of any of them. What people put on their page to sell is an extraordinarily low quality indicator of what people actually buy. That's unfortunate. But overall of this, we've gone over, what is your upsell strategy? What is vertical integration, and how do we use it to ultimately build bundles based on market research? With that being said, I'll see you on the internet.